Today, we're going to look at the chilling details of the Dalia Dippolito case. We're going to look at 5 segments of this case: the targeted victim in the context, the crime scene and investigation, the plot twist in this case, the hitman, and my psychological analysis of Dalia Dippolito. But before we get to this case, if you're a fan of true crime psychology, you came to the right place. I'm John Cordray, and I'm a licensed professional counselor, and I talk about crime psychology. Be sure to subscribe to my channel and engage with this video. It helps a lot. Now let's talk about the newlywed's deadly intention for her husband that will horrify you. This is a story of a newlywed plotting to kill her new husband, only to be caught in one of the most dramatic sting operations you'll ever hear about. The story is wild. So grab a drink, settle in, and let's break this case down. It's 2009 in Boynton Beach, Florida, a sunny palm-lined suburb where the American dream seems to thrive. Houses with manicured lawns, kids riding bikes, and neighbors who wave as they pass by. In one of these homes lives Michael Dippolito, a 38-year-old former real estate broker with a checkered past. Michael's no saint. He's got a history of fraud convictions and a stint on probation for running scams in the 1990s. But now he's trying to go straight, newly married to a stunning 26-year-old named Dalia, a woman with a megawatt smile and a knack for turning heads. They've only been married for 6 months. And to the outside world, they're a picture-perfect couple living a quiet life by the beach. But beneath the surface, things are unraveling. On August 5th, 2009, the Boynton Beach Police Department gets a tip that flips this idyllic scene upside down. A man named Mohammed Sadea, Dalia's former lover, comes forward with a bombshell. Dalia is trying to hire a hitman to kill her husband. The police are stunned, but they move fast, setting up a sting operation that would soon make headlines across the country. What they uncover is a chilling plot, caught on camera, that reveals a woman determined to end her marriage in the most permanent way possible. But who was Michael Dippolito, and what drove his wife to such a drastic plan? Let's set the stage for this twisted tale. Michael was a guy trying to rebuild his life after his legal troubles. He served time, paid restitution, and was now focused on his marriage and a fresh start. Dalia, on the other hand, was a mystery wrapped in charm. A former real estate agent herself, she was known for her ambition and charisma, but also for her manipulative streak. Friends described her as someone who could make you feel like the center of the universe, or leave you questioning everything. The couple met when Dalia was working as an escort, a detail that adds layers to their whirlwind romance. By 2009, they're living in a condo Michael owns, but cracks are forming. Infidelity, financial stress, and secrets are bubbling up. And then the police get a call from Mohammed, and everything changes. Let's dive into the plot, and trust me, this one is a roller coaster. It all starts when Mohammed, Dalia's on-again, off-again lover, who contacts the Boynton Beach police. He's worried. Dalia's been pressuring him to find someone to take care of her husband. She's talking about poison, guns, anything to get Michael out of the picture. Mohammed, torn between loyalty and fear, decides to blow the whistle. The police don't hesitate. They set up a sting operation, introducing Dalia to an undercover officer posing as a hitman. On August 5th, 2009, Dalia meets the hitman in a red sedan at a gas station. The whole thing is recorded on hidden cameras, and what we see is chilling. Dalia's calm, almost businesslike, as she lays out her plan. She offers $7,000 to have Michael killed, suggesting it could look like a botched robbery at their condo. She's specific. Michael's schedule, where he'll be, even joking about how she'll act devastated when it's done. At one point, the officer asks if she's sure, and she says, "I'm 5,000% sure. I want it done."
There's no, plan on it already. I'm positive, like 5,000% sure.
She laughs like it's a game. It's the kind of cold calculation that makes your skin crawl. But here's where the twist that makes this case legendary. The police don't stop at catching her on tape. They decide to take it to the next level. They stage a fake crime scene at their condo, complete with yellow tape and cop cars. They call Dalia, tell her Michael's been murdered, and ask her to come home. But when she arrives, she breaks down, sobbing, putting on an Oscar-worthy performance of a grieving widow. Except Michael's alive at the police station, watching the entire thing unfold. The cops bring her in, reveal the sting, and confront her with the footage. Her reaction? Shock, denial, and then a bizarre claim. She was just acting, thinking it was all for a reality TV show. Her husband was planning. What? She was participating in a reality TV show that her husband planned, and she was innocent, didn't mean it, and she was just pretending. That's what she wanted the police to believe. Yeah, you heard that right. Dalia tried to say this was all for a stunt or for fame. She wasn't really serious. But the gritty details don't stop there. Police dig deeper and find Dalia's been scheming for months. She allegedly tried to poison Michael's iced tea with antifreeze, but he noticed a strange taste and didn't drink it. Yeah, good move, Michael. She'd also stolen $100,000 from him, claiming it was a payoff of debt to her ex, only to pocket the money. Then, the condo they lived in, Michael's name was on it, and Dalia stood to gain financially if he was gone. The evidence was overwhelming. Phone records, text messages, and the footage condemned her. Dalia was arrested for solicitation to commit first-degree murder, and then the case became a media frenzy, especially when a sting video aired on cops, turning it into a real-life drama watched by millions. I guess Dalia got her wish. It was actually a true reality series that she starred in, but she was arrested. She got the fame that she thought she was going to get and pretended, but not exactly an ending that she was hoping for. Now I want to give my psychological analysis of Dalia. I want to be very clear here. This is not a diagnosis. It's clearly my speculation as a licensed professional counselor. Now let's get to the heart of this case. What was going on in Dalia's mind? Why did she plot to hire a hitman to kill her husband, Michael? To understand her, we need to look at the psychology of someone who could plot a murder so casually, laugh about it, and then cry on cue when caught. Dalia's behavior screams traits associated with narcissistic personality disorder and possibly psychopathy traits. Let's break it down. First, narcissism. According to the DSM-5, narcissistic personality disorder involves a grandiose sense of self, a need for admiration, and a lack of empathy. Dalia's actions fit this like a glove. She manipulated everyone around her, Michael, Muhammad, even the hitman, with a confidence that suggests she believed she was untouchable. Her charm was her weapon, used to control and deceive. That moment in the sedan where she laughs while planning her husband's death, it's chilling because it shows a complete detachment of her choices. She didn't just want Michael out of the picture. She wanted to orchestrate it like a director staging a scene. Then there's the psychopathy angle. Robert Hare's psychopathy checklist highlights traits like superficial charm, being manipulative, and a lack of remorse. Dalia checks all of these boxes. Her ability to switch from cold calculation to crocodile tears at the fake crime scene suggests a high degree of emotional manipulation, what psychologists call a shadow effect. She wasn't just acting for the cameras. She was acting to survive, spinning a narrative to dodge accountability. Her claim that it was all for a reality show? That's a classic psychopathic pivot, a deflection to deny and create an alternative reality to avoid the consequences. But why target Michael? Psychologically, this could tie to control or entitlement. Dalia's marriage was crumbling. We know that. Michael's past fraud convictions meant he wasn't a cash cow that she had hoped for, and her affairs suggest she was already checked out. Killing him wasn't just about money. It was about erasing the problem and maintaining her image as the perfect grieving widow. Some forensic psychologists argue that cases like this often stem from a need for dominance in relationships, especially when a predator feels trapped or slighted. Dalia's financial scams and her alleged poisoning of Michael show a pattern of escalating control, culminating in her murder-for-hire plot. What about Michael? As the targeted victim, his psychology is complex too. He was no angel. His criminal past made him vulnerable to someone like Dalia, who could exploit his desire for redemption. His trust in her, despite the red flags like her stealing $100,000, suggests a mix of love and denial. Victims in these cases often miss warning signs because they're emotionally invested, a phenomenon called betrayal blindness. Michael's survival, it all hinged on Mohammed's tip and the police's quick action. But it left him grappling with the trauma that his new wife wanted him dead. This case highlights a broader psychological concept that we call the dark triad. It's a mix of personality traits: narcissism, Machiavellianism, and psychopathy. Dalia's blend of charm, manipulation, and ruthlessness fits this profile, making her a textbook example of how these traits fit in criminal activity. Studies by psychologists show a dark triad individuals are often drawn to high-stakes schemes, believing they can outsmart everyone. Dalia's downfall was her underestimation of the police and her former lover's Mohammed's conscience. So there you have it. This is a wild case from Dalia Dippolito, a woman who thought she could script her husband's murder and walk away as a star. She was convicted in 2017, sentenced to 16 years. This case remains a fascinating study in deception, betrayal, and the lengths someone would go for control. It's also a reminder that truth can be stranger than fiction. Thanks for watching, and until next time, stay curious, stay safe.